Welcome to the most important episode of all. This is the moment. Now you train in the gym. Now you sweat for this moment. Now is the moment that everybody waits in their life, and is the moment of the call. Oh my god, this is the moment where everybody waits, where now you have finally the time and the opportunity to help them. You didn't say close them, I said help them. Why is that? Because now is game time, baby. Now is the time when you can really connect with them, show them what you do, how you can help, everything. Now is the time to convert them from a stranger into somebody that you really help as a customer, right? This is crucial, crucial, crucial. So don't miss this opportunity. Because look, I know a lot of people that have like a very high opportunity creation rate. Like they can like generate a lot of opportunity. They do a lot of cold calls and they focus on volume, 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 volume. By the way, volume, not volume. That's two different things. Volume, volume, volume. And what happened is that maybe they have 10 calls in a day and they close two of them. Say, no, I gotta book more appointment. I'm gonna do 12 calls a day now. So maybe I can close 30. I mean, I really respect that. I really think that hard work is the base of a great life, a great company, great business, like 100%, sure. But will not be better if you want to close two appointments, do just two call, maximum three? Like you go there 3 hours and you close two deals. Would be nice, right? Look, I'm not telling you to brag. I promise you. I'm telling you this because to show you that it is possible. When I was first in the company that I told you we scaled to 4 million in 10 months, I used to have like a 75% close rate with leads that were like very not super, let's say, how can I say, super qualified leads. But I used to bring them like three out of four. I will usually bring them in. Why is that? Because I show that I really care. I really care about them because I really do. I don't fucking care if this is a sales call. I want to help you. You don't go out of this call without the maximum value that is possible. You're seeing this in this course. I'm not holding back. I'm not just giving you a copy paste strategy. I'm trying to help you as much as possible because I really, really, really care about you. This is the first thing. We're here to help people, and I really want for you to make the transition, right? The second part is I show it authority and competency because when you show to them they are somebody that can learn from you and they can trust you and they can rely on you, now everything changes because a lot of people they may have the interest but very few people have the interest, the trust, and the competency to have somebody that you want to delegate something, right? So this is very, very important. And the third part is also they need to like you a little bit, like in a way that you gotta create a real human connection. So it's not only about providing a lot of value, blah blah blah, but also have a laugh together. Like do something just a little bit fun. Doesn't have to be a comic series, but just try to have a good time together, great energy. Remember, people don't remember you, people remember how you make them feel. This is very important. Whatever you sell B2C, B2B, B2G, B2G business to government, by the way. And so, whatever you do, try to keep the conversation engaging, the conversation dynamic and energetic and funny and interesting, right? So, why I'm saying this? Because this is possible, right? And crazy enough, with the other product, with LinkedIn Autopilot, the program that about selling on LinkedIn, I'm about like 95% closing rate, if I can call it closing rate or helping rate, whatever. Why? Because I'm sold on it. Like nobody believes more than me in this product. Like, I'm the founder. Like nobody can believe more and have more competency and more excitement and more pure interest than somebody that is investing all his life in something, an idea like this, right? But it's not my power. It's not because I'm a genius. It's none of those things. The only reason is that I mastered the art of decodifying a great sales call. So I know now what a sales call means, what emotion I have to look for, and now we're gonna see exactly how you can do it. Would that be nice to have like 95% closing rate? And it's not my skill. It's a decodified system that you can help as anybody else. I promise you, you can. And I'm not saying 90%, but my goal is to have you from 50 to 70%. At least 1 in 2 will be your customers, right? If you bring people that have a pain point, right? If you bring people that doesn't have 0 pain points, it's not gonna be. I don't sell ice to Eskimos. I probably can if I want to, but I don't care. Like, I want to help people, and if you don't have any pain point with that, and I don't care, I'm not doing it. So consider that. Okay, guys. Now let's go to our whiteboard. Okay. So now, as you see, I'm very fan of sequences and levels and stages because they're very easy to remember, right? And in this case, we're gonna see the 7 master step of closing. Hey, do you have like a video, like music for something of closing? It doesn't work. Okay, I like to do like pneumatic closing, boom, but it doesn't work. Well, I want a refund. So, guys, the 7 master steps. What are them? Step number 1, synchronize. What does it mean? Is that in the first part of the call, you gotta connect the frequencies of your walkie-talkie. You remember walkie-talkies? And what is the first thing that you gotta do when you want to speak with another walkie-talkie? Step number 1 is to connect in the same frequency. And we're gonna see how to synchronize with another human being in a very short period of time in order to create a bridge from us to them. Because does not matter how good you are, how competent you are. If you are in channel 1 of the walkie-talkie and you are trying to help them or sell them in channel 3, like, you're never gonna speak with them. It doesn't matter how great a salesman you are. And you gotta master the art of synchronization. If you speak Chinese and they speak Spanish, there is 0 chances that you're gonna deliver your message effectively, right? Step number 2 is set rules of the game. What does it mean to set the rules of the game? It means to set the frame, to set how this call is gonna work. So, for example, you start with a synchronization. You say, "Hey, John, how you doing? Nice to meet you as well. Oh, by the way, what do you have back there?" Like, I got a guy that, like, is that a bicycle? Oh shit! Oh, this is a disc brake. Ooh! So you're connecting by be interested in what they have in the background, right? And more you're specific, more you are curious, more you're gonna connect. Now they have a connection together. Now you gotta set up the rules of the game. So, John, look, I'm glad you're here. Thank you very much for being here. Thank you, appreciate you taking the time. Can I ask you how this call will be managed? Yeah, sure. Can I ask you how I would like to structure this call? Yeah, sure, please. So always ask permission. Ask permission. Can I tell you how I would like to structure this call? Yes, sure. Now you're giving me permission to do what? To set the rules. Why set the rules? You prefer to be the casino or you prefer to be the player? Which one of the two? The casino. Why? Because the casino said what? Set the rules. The casino always wins. The house always wins. And if you set the rules, you're gonna do rules that are in your favor in order to help them. So set the rules, and these mean setting up a frame that works. And the frame is gonna be very simple. We're gonna see later, but basically is first, I'm gonna ask you a few questions in order to understand if I can help you. Second, if I can help you, I'm gonna show you how this program works, right? You're gonna tell me if you like it or not, or you're gonna work out from here that you know everything. And third, if I feel that I can really help you, I'm gonna ask you to move forward, right? And at the end of the day, it's gonna be your choice if you would like to move forward or not. Is that fair? Fair, yes. Good, let's go. So you're telling them how is gonna go the call. So if you maybe ask for the call at the end, they're not gonna be surprised because they agreed at the beginning. Step number 3 is the discovery phase. And the discovery phase can also name as question phase. And in this phase, what you're gonna do is basically to uncover their pain point. Uncover their pain point. This is crucial, right? And by the way, we can put this as the gap creation phase. There are a few ways, but to make it a little bit simple, I would like to set it up as a gap creation. I want to keep it as simple as possible for you. And the gap creation phase is where you uncover their needs, show them and paint their dream scenario, show the gap, and ask them if they're here and they want to come here, why they didn't arrive there yet, right? And once they told you where they are, where they want to be, and the reason why they didn't do the jump, now they're ready to hear what? They heard your pitch, because now they say, yeah, I'm here, I want to go here, I don't know how to do it, or maybe I didn't have a chance yet, tell me more. Now they're ready. And in this part here, we go through the pitch. And the pitch is very simple. We saw in there, the last part is the why. So why this solution is interesting, is work, is rationally sound, is rationally coherent. The how this system work. So how is always about the system, the program, the concept. It's not about what we do. It's about how rationally this works. You want to sell, let's say, a Tesla car, why you should choose a Tesla car, right? For example, why you should go through this. For example, a lot of people. Okay, let me do another example because I want to give you something that Tesla can be right now a very difficult argument for many reasons why you buy a car. So let's go, for example, to the e-commerce, right? So why you should move from a 9-to-5 job to selling in e-commerce, whether it is Etsy, Shopify, or Amazon FBA, right? First of all, we are making the statement of what this means 20 years ago. For example, think about 30 years ago. Like, there is no way you could make 20K a month without having a shop that you gotta buy or rent, buying all the merch, you gotta have it there. Drop shipping was not an option back then. Third, you gotta hire some people. And fourth, if you fail, like, you're gonna lose everything, right? So consider that this was the only option that you can have, like you will have like 30 years ago. So now with, let's say, drop shipping, you're able to sell paying like $20 a month for an online store. To don't use your merch, you use your stuff, but rent the inventory of somebody else. And when a customer of yours buy the software, buy the product, buy the item, you buy them to the final, let's say, seller all in that moment. So you don't have to put money in advance. And third part, you don't need to hire anybody for the most, right? Is not that amazing? Why? Why this makes sense, right? And in the pitch, always end with a tag question. What is a tag question? A tag question is a question that just confirm what you're saying. Is that, will not that be amazing, John? Like, I'm not asking you a real question. I'm asking you a tag question. That just means that, is it true? Yes. Okay. Or maybe is that, will that be fair? It's kind of a tag question, isn't it? Are you, this ain't bad, right? Like all questions that just confirm and make sure they grasp your concept by asking a question. Because if there is a question, Gotta be an answer. If there is an answer, there is engagement, right? How? The how is very is the concept. So how does it work? So you want to make money online? How does it work? It's very easy. In this case, we're just gonna. Okay, how does it work? Step one, you search for a product. Okay, I always like to do steps, like 3 steps, 7 steps, 5 steps, something like this. Step one, you look for a product online that is already killing it, is already selling. Step two, you create 10 stores with 10 different products. Step three, you test them because you know that at least 1 out of 10 is gonna be a killer. So we don't invent the wheel again, we just test what is already working, right? So in this phase, we're gonna find at least one winner. And the fourth phase is gonna be to scale and grow and make this winner product grow like crazy, right? Is that easy to understand? Yeah, sure, absolutely. Okay. And the last part is the what. What means exactly what you as a sales, you as a company, are you giving me in order to achieve the result you're telling me just before, right? So, John, in this case, how can we help you specifically? Step number one, you have a video course where you have all the information. This is your Bible. You know everything about e-commerce on paper, on theory, right? Two, we give you a 24/7 WhatsApp group with all the major gurus, including me. And you will see, you ask a question anytime, we respond in 1 hour, so you will never be alone. Step number three, we have unlimited one-to-one calls. So you go through boom, 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 or what is your offer? What does it include? You don't show the price now. And after now you say, will not that be a bad idea, right? What do you think? And in this phase, when you finish the pitch, you always ask, what do you think? You have any question? Assume they have questions because questions equal engagement. Questions equal engagement. If you ask question, guess what happened? You have engagement. What I did just now is the same thing, right? So questions equal engagement. And now you will see if they like it, if they don't like it. Like there is many possible ways, but usually if you did a good job, they will be impressed. They will like the pitch, and this means still nothing, right? And now you go to the fifth part of the script, that is the yes set. The yes set with, I always put a volume bar here. Basically, this part here is all about reconnecting, relisting, and realigning. Reconnecting, relisting, and realigning. Reconnecting means that you're connecting the dots together in the sequence that you want. Step number one. Relisting is remake again the list of things that are very important. And three, realigning in a way that the priorities are in your favor and the favor of the product helping them. Because think about going to a restaurant. People remember the beginning and the end of a dinner, right? So if at the beginning you have an amazing introduction, an amazing first part, the middle is very good, and at the end is amazing, now you're relisting and reconnecting and remaking the list of important things that happened in the right sequence. If instead the things that are like good but not great are at the beginning, people will remember them. So what you gotta do is that until now we did a lot of information. The yes set allows you to put the important things in order so they remember only the things that are really important for the sake of the call, right? And we're gonna see how this works later. And the sixth step is ask for the value, reveal the price. What is this part? Like, what is this all about? And ask for the price, ask for the value, reveal the price is one of the most crucial part in the sale, right? And specifically is ask for the value. It is not a very complex part. It's very easy. Ask for the value means that, let's say that we synchronize. Hey, John, how you doing? Boom, boom, boom. Yeah. We got a connection. Step on steps, we set up the rules of the game. Hey, John, is that okay for you if I ask you a few questions? If I understand that I can help you, we can move forward, showing you how we can help. And at the end of the day, it's gonna your decision if you want to do something with us or not. Yes, sure. Boom. We go to the gap creation. We uncover their pain point. We uncover their needs, and we paint their real ideal scenario. And we find the excuse that don't allow them to go from here to there. So we cut the gap in two. We cut the excuse, and now they're open for our pitch. And we go into the pitch and we explain why the solution makes a lot of sense, how the concept, the system works, and what your offer offers them in order to arrive from where they are to where they want to go. We realign with a yes set, with a series of questions that just realign. So you're here because you would like to go to a different country than Italy. Yes. And I understand that you would like to save 50% on taxes. Yes, you also told me that your wife would be happy to move because they don't like the bureaucracy of Italy. Yes, boom, 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 boom. As a volume bar, the volume bar means that these are incrementally commitment question. We're gonna see later. And at this point, guess what you're gonna say? Okay, Mauro, this is amazing, this is beautiful, but how much does it cost? Right? Show me the price. Give me the price. This is what they say, right? Sometimes they give you this at the beginning. How much does it cost? It costs what? Yeah, the program. Well, depends. If you don't do it, nothing. If you do it, depends. So you get many ways to see it. So in this case, before you show the price, you gotta ask how much they think this is worth. By asking this question. Okay, John, look, can I ask you a question? Yeah. I'm just curious because we do this a lot. We're always inside. We don't really understand what is going on. And we never change the price for every customer. The price is all the same. I can promise you, I just want to understand how much do you think this is worth? How much this is value? What? To get pregnant? Yeah. Well, John, I don't know. But wife, John's wife. Well, for me, it's invaluable. It's invaluable. Yes. And if you could give a value, what could it be? I don't know. A lot of money. What do you mean a lot of money? I mean, tens of thousands of dollars. How much a child is worth is incredible. Really. And now you reveal the price. By the way, really appreciate you. Don't worry. It's not $20,000. It's going to be only $1,500. Really? Yes. So now you're setting what's so-called an anchor. The anchor needs to be as high as possible, needs to be as reasonable as possible, and needs to be set by them, if possible, right? What is an anchor? It's just like the human brain works with like relativism. What I mean by this, that everything that you do is relative from where you are, what do you do? Like yes or no? Is making 10K a month a lot of money? If you're in Barcelona, you may say, well, I mean, it's not, you're not rich, but like, it's money. If you're doing 10K in San Francisco, it is a lot of money. Some people from SF will say, hey, look, I mean, I'm getting a little bit tight with 10K a month. Yes, because really it's relative of who you are, what you want to do. Is $1 million a lot of money or just a little money? Like, depends what you want to build. Like, if you discover that your grandma has $1 million in the bank, it is a lot of money? Probably yes. Say, hey, grandma, like, first of all, congrats. Because, I mean, $1 million is a lot of money. Second, I mean, I don't want to root for you dying, so, like, don't give the money. Don't give me the money because otherwise we'll start thinking weird stuff. I'm never doing it, but it was just a joke. So, but if you discover that the government of Spain in this moment has only $1 million in the bank for 60 million people is a lot of money or just a smidge of money? The second one, right? Why? Because everything is relative. So if I compare a small dog with a big dog, if I get a pincher I put near a boxer, boxer is a big dog. If I take a boxer and I put it near an elephant, the boxer is a very small animal, right? Everything is relative, and in sales is the same thing. Because if I tell you that our three biggest solutions are like 15K, 25K, and 40K, but I have this mini solution that is very inexpensive and is only $6,000, right? You may think, okay, I mean, that's reasonable. That makes sense. Yeah, $6,000 now start to make sense. But if instead I tell you how much is the price, and you tell me, look, we have three solutions, and one is 500, one is 900, and one is 1200. But we have this interesting solution that is 6,000. You may think, whoa, it's a lot of money, 6,000. Wow. Everything is perception, right? So the anchor is really crucial, because what we want is to have the value of the anchor set by them. And if you did a great job on creating a lot of value in the gap, a lot of value in the pitch, a lot of value in the whole the call, now they're going to tell you a value needs to be at least 3 to 10 times higher than your normal value. In order to do this, you need to attach this specifically to the return of investment and to the ideal scenario that they have, right? So if I'm giving you a situation where you invest 1 hour in LinkedIn and you can gain 10K of customer worth a week, it's like 40K a month, for 4 hours of work, how much that will be worth in a year? I mean, on paper, I think it's gonna be like 450, like 500K. But it's incredible. How much would you pay for that? I don't know, at least 10%, 50K. Oh, don't worry, it's not 50K, it's only 10. Oh, so you gotta connect it to the specific outcome that you're getting, right? And the seventh part is ask for the close and manage objections. And in this phase, you already said the price, you reveal the price. By the way, here in the price is very important. We will see later in details. But the most important thing that you can do is to create a little bit of tension in the revealing the price. Is the only place where you want to create a little bit of tension. They need to feel that you're not them to accommodate when it's about the price. You're not making discounts. You're not making them comfortable. They need to do the step. We're gonna see how. Ask for the close and manage the objection. Basically, it means that if they don't say yes right away, and sometimes happens, sometimes don't, like depends on the customer, depends on the call, blah, blah, blah. They will have objections. So we will see how to manage the objections by first uncovering if this is the real objection or not. Is this like smokes or is the real chicken behind the smoke, right? Is this a real objection or they're throwing something at me? Oh yeah, I gotta speak to my wife. Is that real? Or maybe just they don't have the money. Or maybe I don't have the money. Is that real? Or maybe they're just not interested, right? I'm not interested. Is that real? Or maybe they just don't understand it because you keep the conversation too long and they don't understand what the fuck you're talking about. There is a lot of things. So step number one, you gotta understand if this is the real objection or not, and there is not another objection that is beyond that. If it's true, you gotta find the objection beyond. Maybe it's the wife that doesn't want to do that. Maybe they get scammed another time, you don't know that. You don't know. The second part is the what's called looping. What the looping means. Looping is a technique actually developed by the infamous Wolf of Wall Street, Jordan Belfort, and basically is a technique that allows you to manage an objection, solve an objection, and go forward for the close. If another objection comes out, you manage the objection, you solve the objection, you ask for the close. It's a looping, right? So because in his theory, sales is a straight line, right? And when people have an objection, for example, let's say that this from like a prospect to a customer, right? And let's say that here we have the price reveal, so they know the price, and at one point they may say, hey, look, I love it, but I gotta ask to my wife, right? And first of all, you gotta understand if this is the real objection. First step of the loop. Second steps is to understand and manage the objection. Third step is to solve the objection, so provide enough information, enough logical reason, enough emotion to solve the objection. So you provide enough information about the specific objection that they want to move forward, right? Or at least you're improving their certainty about that, and you go ask for the close again. And so at this point, you ask for the close. You say, hey, since we solved this, would you like to start? Maybe another objection comes out. Maybe say, yeah, okay, but like it's too expensive. What do? You understand if this is a real objection, you manage the objection, you solve the objection, and you go for the close. And you ask another time. You may think, Mauro, how many fucking times I have to ask for this close? Like, I don't want to ask like 7 times for the close. Well, exactly what you're gonna do. Like, you want to help them? Like, the reason why you are there to help them and you are like a closer and what I call an agent of change is because you are helping them cross a bridge they cannot cross without you. Because they lack emotion, because they lack enthusiasm, because they lack information, because they have a lot of limited beliefs. But if they tell you that they want to cross this bridge, but they don't know how, they're relying on you. And your responsibility is to help them, right? They're told you where they want to go. So you're not giving them or selling them something they don't need. The objection are only ways for the unconscious mind, or maybe they're real problems, but usually they're like ways of your subconscious mind trying to eliminate everything that they're not 100% certain about. Because maybe they already been scammed before, or maybe the relationship with their wife, or maybe they're just scary of changing. Everybody's scared to change. Everybody. Me, you, everybody. The question is, how much are you allowing the fear of change going in the middle of your life plan? That's it. And sometimes you need people like you and me to just tell you the truth. The truth allows you to go through your fear, put things in perspective, and cross the bridge if you really want to have that solution, right? So it's not a problem to ask for a close. Of course, like, do it politely, do it gently. Don't be. I don't like aggressive sales guy. Like, hey, like, you ready? Now let's fucking go. I mean, depends with some prospects that are like this, you can do it. Like, sometimes you gotta mirror them, and sometimes if this is your personality, if you have another person that is in front of you that is like this, that speak you very directly, you can go it. But 95% of the time, you gotta be polite. You gotta be like, hey, John, like, look, I really think that we can really help you with this. What do you think if we move forward? Yeah, but wait, before, let's speak about this. So this is the looping, and the looping is about solving the objection. We're gonna see in detail this. So now, this was like an overall of the most important part. So now we're gonna go a little bit more in detail with every single step of this, but this is already a map, an idea of what we're gonna do. So step number 1, Remember the walkie-talkie, synchronize on the same frequency. You can have a lot of tools to do it, but basically means setting up a human connection between me and you. So when we speak, you understand what I'm saying, you trust me, you feel me, even if you never met before. Number one. Step number two, set up the rule of the game. What does it mean to set up the rules of the game? Like, what are you talking about? Rules of the game means explaining, asking for permission before, but explaining how the call is going to be structured. Because the structure is, let's say, in your favor, you're going to have a better outcome in the long term and less objection. Third is the gap creation phase. This is the most important part of all. Let me repeat it again. This is where the sales is made, right? The synchronization is just a way to prepare the field. The setup of the rules is just a way to have a ground game, a system that allows you to do your job. The pitch is only the moment where you show what you want to do, but it's a simple. The yes set only realign. When you ask for the value, you are asking them this: how much the gap between where you are right now and where you want to go means to you, right? And you reveal the price, you're just justifying the cost to their eyes. And the objection handling, most of the objections, you can even solve them here in the gap creation phase. Why? Because remember this: reasons come first, answers come second. Reasons come first, answers or strategies come second. What I mean by that? I mean that if the reasons are strong enough, people will do anything to arrive there. They will find a solution. Like if your mother or father or son has like they are being raped and kidnapped by a gang of terrorists, you gotta find $100K in a month. I bet your ass that you're gonna to find them. Why? Because you want them to be alive. I know you will. You will find the money. And maybe now you don't have enough motivation, enough reason. You may think, how am I gonna do like $100K in a month? I have no clue. But don't worry. Like when you have the fire on your belly, when there is a must, you will find the answers. You will find the strategies. So a lot of objections are only ways to say, I'm not sure this is worth it. I'm not sure this makes sense to me to do this, right? But when this is done in a way that is masterful, when you are covered really well their pain point, and you really paint your ideal scenario, and you make them verbalize the reason, the excuse why they has not been able to go from here to there to here alone, the sales is made here. After that, they will ask you, how can you help me? And the how you can help me, of course, needs to be compelling, but is worth nothing without the gap creation phase. So this is the most important part. All the rest, a lot of technicalities, yes, but if you want to do only one thing, create a great gap, right? And the great gap, if you want to make it even simpler, means find the right leverage. Find the thing that moves them the most. Find the reasons why they must succeed, right? This is the easiest way that I can explain it. And the leverage is different for anybody. For somebody, it's their family because they want to become a better father. So from people, they want to become a better entrepreneur because they want to prove to their family that it's not true. Or maybe they want to prove to his wife family that it's not true, that he is a failure, that he made a mistake to leave the 9-to-5 job and start a career. It can be anything, right? Like they want to buy the house of the mom, like anything. So what I want to tell you is, focus on this part and focus on finding leverage. And now we're gonna go into the next video, seeing one by one all the master steps so you can achieve 50 to 70% closing rate.